I sit here in the dark in this cozy little house that I have rented for the third time now up in Luleå in Sweden. It's northern Sweden. It takes from Stockholm, who is the capital city in Sweden, it takes 1 hour and 5 minutes to fly up here. And when I started this school this autumn, who was 2024, it was the first time that I went up so high in Sweden, because I have always felt like I don't want to go so high up because it's really cold. But actually it's not. The last time I was here I saw the northern light, and I put that out on a short, I think. Yes, it was so beautiful, amazing. Up here it's amazing nature. Even if I can't see so much that I want to see because we spent the whole day in school, it's just so beautiful, the little I have seen. Today it was sun when we come, so the whole ocean was sparkling. Love it. I sit here now and try to do the video I was thinking I'm gonna do, which is cleaning the whole kitchen. The problem is, and I'm not so good in computer, but the problem is that I never can figure out how I can transport the videos I make from my phone to the computer when I'm not home. It's like the computer block my internet, and I don't know why, because I have internet in this house. I also have internet in my phone that I can share to the computer, but it's still not working, and I was so stressed, so I forget to download the videos before I went from home yesterday. But when I sit here in this cozy house, now it's a little bit, I'll show you around the bedroom. It's dark now. Toilet in here. Up here it's like a loft. The entryway, the kitchen, it's a little messy here. I just boiled some tea here. I have my computer here. That's just to block everything I want to do. And this is just so cozy. And the last time I spent here, or the first time, this is the third time, I told my husband, I can live like this. I can really live like this. And when I sit here, I cannot just be thinking how minimalist I can live when I'm away for 1 week. And when I come home, it's just so much stuff that stress me out. And the last time I was here, 2 people from my class, they told me, oh, maybe we can share this little cute house you talk about. I was like, no, I don't want to be rude, but this is my private time to just be alone. No one scream mama in my ear the whole time, the dogs don't bark, and my husband don't want anything. You know, it's just me, and I can be myself and do whatever I want. And just relax. And the only thing I'm missing is the love when I come to the door, because the dog always come and want to give me so much love when I come home, even my son, when he's in good mood. This is the only thing I'm missing. But you know, it's just peace and calm here in this area. It's just nice, and this go back to like my minimalist lifestyle and the slow living and simple lifestyle I actually want to have. And on the thing I told them to my husband, I can live like this, he told me, yes, if it was only us, but when we have the dogs, we have children, this is not possible. But this is more like the tiny house I want to build. You know, it's just, I have everything. Like, look at this kitchen again. This is quite big to be in this little space. And when I'm outside, I can't even see how big it is inside. You know, it looks so small from the outside, but inside it's just quite big. You see the floor? I really enjoy to be here and just listen to nothing. And I think that it's like we live in so stressful environment right now. Like the world, it's happened so much. Like I can't even think like what is the world's going. If I look to the news and it's like it's tornadoes, it's fire, it's like the earth is shaking, it's water like everywhere, cities underwater. It's just so much disasters right now, and I don't know where the world is gonna take us. I don't know if you feel the same. Like it's just so much. And over that is war also, and they talk about the third world war, and it's scary. And I think like it's so much stress in our lifestyle right now in the world. It feels like there is no peace left. It's just before it was like, oh, it's bad here, we can travel there. But now it seems it's like something in every country. And we don't have so much nature disaster here in Sweden, but we have other problems. For example, we have been number one in the discipline in the class 2024 in the whole Europe. Also the baddest. Also we are the worst to have discipline in the classroom in school. And I don't talk about grown-up school like me go. I talk about children's school where my son go and this. And it's like we have bad things in that, like a government who don't really know how it works for real, you know. They sit in this fancy neighborhood and they don't really know how it works in the poor neighborhood. And I should not say so much more about that. We should not talk about politics. And as I told, this video was not going to be this video. I was going to clean the whole kitchen, but now I can't upload the video, and I wanted you to have something, and therefore I want to talk about minimalism and slow living. And when I'm away like this, it really reminds me how little I need. And when I have traveled the other times, I have had a cabin bag, but was bigger than when I have the one I have now. And now I bought one for myself because I borrowed the other one from my daughter. And I checked in that every time. Now I was thinking, I'm gonna make it easy. It's not gonna be so heavy because I didn't need winter jackets and this. Because actually it's the same degrees here. Even if it's 1 hour up from Stockholm, it's the same degrees here like it is in Stockholm. Today I walked with something like this, like a jacket, and just a t-shirt under. It was 10 degrees and I didn't feel cold at all. It was a little windy and I did feel cold about the wind, but I didn't freeze. And it's just like, I think we need to come away to see how much we have at home. Because when I'm away like this, I don't need so much more than the stuff I have here. And in my bag, actually, I just filled up one side. And on the other side, I had one sweatshirt and these books that we need for school. And I was a little bit, if I'm gonna take this or not. They told us to take this with us, but it's 6 of these books for school, and I read to occupational therapists. So this is to handle clients who is down in their activity. That's what occupational therapists work with. with more stuff, but the activity. And I only had this and a sweatshirt on one side, or else it was like empty on that side and I had everything on the other side. And I managed to come to only 7 kilo. And then I had my backpack and of course a computer and something to write in. It be quite heavy to carry around, also with all the liquid I have. But as I told, we need this reminder that we don't need all the stuff we have around us. Like all this stuff who sits in your cabinet at home that you never use, in the kitchen cabinet. Like if you have 10 spatulas, you don't need 10 spatulas. It's time to focus on you and get rid of all the excess that just stresses out, actually make us sick of the stress, and that we have to spend so much time cleaning and take care of the stuff. And that was the reason why I started to declutter from the first time, when about 21 year ago I started. And that was that when I was sitting, I was 18 when I get my first child and I was living home. And when my child was 8 months, we moved. My parents moved from a townhouse to a villa. And I sat there with all of my stuff and I get this like panic because she also shared the room with me and she had so much stuff. And we empty also the attic there, and it was just a small attic over the hallway. And we filled a whole truck with just the stuff from the attic. Shit that no one ever used. Toys, as a soft toys that smelled mold. Books who was so like, when it's moisture in the air and it be like, when you put something wet over a book and it's dry, like this, it just fall apart. It was just so much stuff. And we had other storage also there. We had a big storage on the back side and we had a small storage on the front of the house. Like a whole truck with just shit that no one used. Then we filled up the whole attic in that villa, and it was a big attic. It was stretching all over this 12 meter. I think they have 12 meter all over it, and so much stuff. And I also had, I remember I had a half moving box, and on that time the moving box was really, really big. They are not big now, but then it was really big. And I had a half of that moving box with just magazines for teenagers. I remind you that I was 18. Or 19 I was at that moment. And then I started to declutter. And after that I just declutter and declutter and declutter. And it took many, many years for me to realize that I can't continue buy stuff. You have to stop buying stuff to see progress when you declutter, or else you just fill the house up again. And it took me a while. Actually, I think it was around 50. Maybe I started to see that 6 years ago. So 15 years I used declutter, but I also filled up the stuff. And I think I can probably say that I have taken away 99.9%, and then I fill up it with new stuff because I don't have so much left from when I was a child. I have like my baby shoes. I have a necklace that I showed you in my declutter video for my necklace, for my jewelry. And I have like a silver set for sugar and milk. And I think that's it. And that's okay for me, like that's what I want. And yeah, maybe a little more jewelry. Many of this is from when I was small or when I grew up, or else everything is new since I was a grown up. And we change, and therefore I have started to ask the question when I declutter, who am I? Because if we have stuff who is not us anymore, and I struggle now actually, because I'm gonna have a video about decluttering soon, because I have done a load now, a new load of decluttering now. And I was thinking when I come to the craft supplies again, I've done the craft supplies in a previous video, and I had so much. For me, I had so much, and I done that now again, and still I feel like I asked myself the question, who am I? And I come to the point like, this is not me anymore. I kept some stuff that I was thinking like, you know what, if I had one more week to actually have time to get rid of it, I should have that. But we're gonna sell it now on Saturday. We're gonna try to sell it. I'm gonna have like a loppis. And this is a good tip, like ask yourself, who am I? Are you the same person you was 20 years ago? Probably not. Are you gonna keep the same stuff you had 20 years ago if it's not you anymore? Probably not. We move on, so the things also have to move on. If you use the stuff, good for you. If you don't use it, it just sit in storage. Let someone else enjoy it, or if it's just garbage, throw it out. And I recommend you, throw the stuff out, give it to charity or this, before it gets so broken that it's end up in a landfill. Who's gonna feel good about the environment then, when the world already is what it is? We don't have to make it more worse than filling up the landfill with more stuff. And I don't know if you feel like me, I really have this, like I want this to be good also on the earth, and don't just use plastic and throw it out. That's why I start to think about not so to buy so much more plastic. And it's something I can talk about forever, but I don't gonna sit here and bore you out with that, with my talking. If you want to read more about my thinking about minimalism, declutter, slow living, I also have a blog, marysdeclutterlife.com, and there you can, I always put the link in the description below. If you don't find it on this video, because I have to upload those on the phone, please check my other videos if you didn't hear my web address. If you want to read more, I have a lot of thinking I put down in my blog about these subjects. Also the environment I talk about sometimes also in my blog, what the stuff do for the environment. And I'm gonna continue enjoy this evening. It's soon, yeah, it's now 8:30 in the evening. Soon time for bed. I have been up a whole day, flying here this morning. Come to my parents with the dogs yesterday, slept there, went up this morning a little bit more early than I used to. My father drove me to the train who took me to the airport. Then I fly to the school. The flight was late, so it was stressed. When we come to the airport in Luleå, we had 2 minutes till the bus go. Catch the bus. We come 10 minutes before the exam was starting. Had the exam, had the class after that. Went to the store to buy some food to cook here in this kitchen. And now I'm just relax here. I'm gonna enjoy my tea. And I hope till next week, if not the week after that, that I could upload my kitchen, declutter, organizing and most of all, cleaning video, and give you a ton of motivation to go through your own kitchen. And I want to say thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.